Hey, hi everyone. Am I audible? Can you give a thumbs up? Okay, thank you so much. Welcome to everyone who has joined this session on the topic on the careers of cybersecurity, which is for fresh graduates to the seasoned professionals. I would like to start with a small quote, which everybody is aware of and known for. A known is a drop and an unknown is an ocean. So, at the end of this session, what I'm really seeing and looking for is to take some drops from this session and uh, save it for bringing up a big ocean for yourself. So, with that, I'm starting off with the session. A quick introduction. I think you have the introduction already given in the site. So, my name is Kannammal, and I'm a cybersecurity security senior manager at Kindle Solutions. And that is on the professional side. Apart from that, I'm also supporting various communities and mentoring organizations uh, uh, through which I'm trying to share whatever knowledge I'm gained from the cybersecurity domain and with my professional experience. I've been honored to receive two prestigious awards from the besides Bangalore and Cloud Security Alliances in the last year. I'm really thankful to both of these communities because they have valued what I'm doing for these communities as well as for all the fellow people in this industry. In addition to that, I'm also Google Ment WTM ambassador for India. So where I'm part of many initiatives which is done for WTM and the GDG groups. And about that, we're also doing a community chapter leader for the W3CS. I'll be explaining more why is it really important for every one of us to be taking part of these events and also taking part of these initiatives and community activities in the upcoming slides. With that, I'm moving on to the today's event and especially my topic given for the track careers. So we are here to discuss about the thrilling journey in the cybersecurity. I think it's an a dynamic domain in this world, in the world of IT. And right now the scenario is like everybody wants to know what is it we are doing in the cybersecurity. They are really curious. I mean, I'm talking about the people who are in a different domain or a different uh, skills levels or in the support of different areas. So we will be talking more about what is it that is in cybersecurity people are really thrilled about and wanted to pursue the career, and also it helps a graduate to create a navigation path for them to take their steps, a little bit of baby steps and then a fast step and then progressing consistently in this path so that they can become a visionary leader tomorrow. So let us go into the session. I'm not going to give you what we are discussing here, but what I'm going to give in the slide is that what is your key takeaway from the session today. So you will understand the critical steps required for a first-time graduate or a graduate who is coming out of the college. What is that is critical for them to enter in the cybersecurity domain. And for people who are in the midway, mid-career advancement, or people who are actually having a different domain level expertise, but then want to shift their career into the cybersecurity, how it works. And of course, for people who are in the leadership journey and they are aspiring to become a leadership in the and executive roles in cybersecurity, I think this session will be mixed up for them, how they can navigate through. So this is will be the key takeaways after this session. So here we are. Why we have to pursue a cybersecurity? I think it's $1 million question for everybody. From a from the professional side, what is that is there to become or pursue this career? Trust me, this is definitely a uh, you know a purposeful career in the entire other domains of IT because you're safeguarding something very sensitive something which is considered to run the whole business of any organization or for any client. That is the sensitive information, which is data, right? We are protecting the data and the digital infrastructure. So that makes a real difference is to pursue this career. Second, of course, we have a very high demand in job security here. The reason is that uh, many things can be compromised or settled in such way while the business are going through the transformations. However, if you see the security part of it can be never compromised or never shrunk. So they always needs to be there. I mean, that's how we call as privacy by design. Many things are security by design. So they have to adopt the security right from the beginning of the stage where they develop the business. So that's why it is on high demand, and job security is also quite good. So they want to ensure that they have to safeguard their business. So for that, they need a professionals for supporting it. Of course, we have a very, very attractive salaries, lucrative salaries, because they are the people who are actually, safeguarding the data and business. So, of course, they are paid well. And you will have a continuous learning and growth. I won't say this is only applicable for cybersecurity. However, I would say this is for any job domain we are in, and any role we are playing in an organization need a continuous learning and growth, especially cybersecurity. The reason because there are more and more threats emerging in the world, and as a professional, we need to think and see how we proactively handle those things by foreseeing what is happening. So it is quite critical. We cannot be proactive always, but we have to be reactive as well. So it's like critical to the business and critical to ourselves to keep ourselves learning, continuously upskilling. And that is why, if you see in that way, we will never be in a very siloed way of work. We will never go into an inertia mode in our organization or in our work or in our career itself. So it will not let us sit idle, or it will not let us sit stagnated in one role. So that is the role of cybersecurity. If you are a person who want to just keep running and keep learning yourself, then I would say the cybersecurity will be best fit for you. But all needs consistency and perseverance. And of course, dynamic work environment. No, there is no a single day which is same as before. So we cannot uh, apply the same methodology or approach in the work environment we do, because it's not the same thing. It's a different, as I told, there are lots of threats emerging in this domain and in this world around, from which we have to protect the data and the business of the customer. So it is never going to be a static work environment, it's going to be dynamic. So that's the reason, that's one of the key reasons where we need to pursue the cybersecurity. So here are some common cybersecurity domains or categories we have. For example, if a person who is good at application development, software development, they can definitely pursue their career into the cybersecurity on application security. They can think about it. So there are certain areas of specializations graduate will be coming out when they are coming out from college. So we need to definitely self-assess one's capabilities and competencies once they are out. So based on which they can try to navigate the path in the cybersecurity domains. Of course, on operational security, which comes under identity and access management, anything on that side, which runs the security operations of an organization. So definitely operation security would work. I'm sorry for that. So next comes the network security. There will be a lot of grads who is very good at networks and understanding the networks topologies and understanding how the network is running, how the attackers are attacking, the various types of attacks on the network layers. So they are very good at network. So they can see how the network security is, and they can pursue or enter. the career around the network security, which will definitely be helpful for them. And of course, information is a very, very high level, which is about privacy and the protection, the integrity of the data, the availability of the data. Especially, we talk more about the privacy and the integrity here because it's about the information security. So those people who are really interested on that privacy things and they are really interested to see the privacy aspects of a data in a while things are happening. So if they are really aware about the privacy requirements of different countries, so they can also see they can support the information security part of it. And the last but not the least, which is going to touch base with all the other parts, is the awareness, the education we are giving to right from a layman or a customer who is not aware about anything on the security or technical aspect, but they want to just ensure their data is safe with us or the client or the customer where they are given the data for. So that is the end user education. So end user education may not be only targeting the organization users or organization's employees or the higher management. It also need to target the uh, end user, which means that as a user of a mobile app, I need to be aware what data I'm giving to that mobile app and what is the security level of it, how the privacy is maintained. A very common language education is required. So we need to really know the complete in and out of the consequences plus awareness needed for each level of information we are giving in any platforms in order to bring out a good education for them. So at user level it will be different, and at end user level it would be different, and an organization employees level it would be different. For a supplier it would be different. So we need to really know how we categorize it. So these are the common things. We do have a lot, but this is very high level which we are talking about. So this is about the cyber career path, which I was talking, the domains, through which you are navigating into the cyber security. So this is, of course, this very, very vague and, very complicated one. But this is, how the you can try to see where you are now, or from a graduate perspective you can try to see which competencies or skills you are good at now so that you can kickstart your journey into the cybersecurity. And for people who are experienced professional, they can also see where they are and how they can navigate. And for people from a different domain who are to shift into the cybersecurity, can see where they are, which is closely associated with their current skill set or current knowledge they have or the current experience they have. So they can try to navigate accordingly in this. So we have various domains from vulnerability, the security operations, which takes vulnerability and incident, data leakage, etc. And we have the career development. Of course, we are talking about the trainings, the group self-study, etc. And there is a major category of identity and access management and security architecture. So, of course, a person who is at the L1 or L2 level, which if you ask me, my career started at the IEM level as a L1. So I was able to navigate it till the governance level and then entered into the audit role now, which I am leading a program is all about. So that's how I navigated. Parallelly, while we are navigating this domains, how which we are now and how we are navigating, we also need to ensure what is the relevant skills and certifications required for switching that. For example, a person who is in the IEM, they need to understand IEM related certifications required, right? From zero security, there are many certification bodies which is providing in deep level of knowledge and skills required for an IAM role, an IAM architect role. So at the same time, like for people who are on the governance, risk and compliance, there are various industry certifications from ISACA, COBIT, we have from ISO, we have from SANS, we have from NIST. So there are various things. So likewise for the technicals, which is on security operations side, they have vulnerability penetration. So there are industry certifications like Security Plus and CEH, etc. So we need to just see whatever domain we are choosing, whatever the level of roles we are choosing, we need to see what is the knowledge required to enter that. And then once we gained enough experience and knowledge, we need to pursue the certifications. But it is a very unacceptable fact uh, in this domain, not in this domain, but in every domain we observe is that people do it in a vice versa. They go through all the materials, they do go through all the YouTubes, they gain knowledge, they work on dumps and they read it and then they go for an exam. So that is not a right approach according to me. The perspective changes, but then for me, the right moment of doing any certifications in your careers is only when you understand that uh, particular topic and you have some knowledge around it and you have some experience on hands-on around it, then only you're fit for doing anything. Of course, I understand there are challenges, practical challenges we have in applying the knowledge we have. However, see to that what kind of ways are there to mitigate this. That is what is it is. So I have seen the chat. The slide is not clear. So I am not sure because I'm not able to maximize, but I will definitely share the slides with you. This is from Deepak Kripa. So I will share that slide with you, Deepak Kripa. Thank you. So coming to the certification path, ensure that you have gained much. I can give one suggestion which I used to follow. You can see if it is applicable for you and see if it is really practically possible for you. What I do is whenever I do something on the learning side, I will try to apply it in my work. However, if it is not practically possible, I'll take some case studies and see if that is can apply. I can apply in those areas. So and I document it. And this is how I see how the practically it is possible or not. So when I do the case study, obviously I'll go with the other ways, which I'll discuss in the later point of time. How do we enable that collaborative and mentoring and leverage the mentorings and coaching sessions? So I used to do this and record my case studies so that I can exhibit that case studies with a senior and to see whether I am really doing well or not. So this is how I do because I think in this domain we always have this challenge. We want to grow, we want to learn, we want to upskill. However, once I done the level one and level two, how do I apply and see where I am? How do I do that gap assessment? What is I'm missing? So that is the practical challenge. But with this kind of, doing the case studies and involving yourself in the technical topic events and, engaging yourself with several events like this, and you can also exhibit your knowledge to there. Try to take one topic and see if you are able to apply that knowledge there. So try to do those things so that you can gain some practical experience over it. So talking about fresh graduates now, I think for fresh graduates, the skills we are obtaining or we are looking for the cybersecurity will be the basic or foundational level of skills with respect to the networking, with respect to the operating systems, with respect to any basic language, programming language skills, and of course the principles of your security, the basic understanding how the security works. So I think there are industry certifications available to give this basics or foundation level of knowledge, which is right from CompTIA, Security, certified ethical hacker. But if you see, both the certifications require a considerable amount of knowledge plus some hands-on experiences on the areas which the topics are covered in the certification syllabus, which means that they also enable you to try to practice that. I think CEH do have that also, that you have to see what kind of knowledge you can apply and see how you are well at gaining the knowledge. So try to do that as much as possible because practical experience is what is going to get you through this industry or through this domain until the end. If you do not know the practical aspect of it, definitely it will not be working beyond some extent. So how do you gain the practical experiences that I mean, this is specifically for the graduates coming out of the college. They can look for an internships. They can look for entry level positions or volunteer opportunities. So these are the possibilities where they can gain and apply the skills they have learned from the college or from any certifications, uh, trainings or etc. to apply that and see how they are practically well in understanding that topics. Now, so here are some of the basic or entry level positions or roles which is there in the cybersecurity for. This is the technical roles we talk about. The security analyst who will be involved in monitoring and defending against the cyber threats. Engineer who want to design and implement security system. Again, security engineer may not be an architect level, the entry level will be involved in such decisions or in the team of people who are designing the and implementing the security system. So it need not to be at the architect level. It could be at the entry level as well. Incident responder, again, there will be a people who acts as the responders who will work with the incident team in managing and mitigating the breaches, and a tester who can identify the vulnerabilities through the simulated attacks, and also a consultant advising the organization on web security. So all this are catered from the knowledge you have in hand when you're coming out of the college, be it on the UG level or the PG level. This is all this we do. And we have various platforms to explore more about each of these roles. What is the skills and competencies required for this role, supporting this roles? One such knowledge or course I would suggest is, which is I have also gone through, is the Google Cybersecurity course, which is facilitated through Coursera, but the program is completely given or created by the Google security engineers. So this is right from the Google directly. And if anybody from the college in this forum or in this group need to know more about it for the college level or for your individual also, please you can contact me. I can definitely give you more information about it. Next, I'm moving into the building how the technical proficiency. So, how do we build the technical proficiency for the team? So, for individuals, right? So, technical skill development, the proficiency, as I told you, whatever technical needs skill we have for ourselves, we need to try to develop that proficiency in such areas. It could be network security you're good at, it could be cryptography you're good at, could be anything on this level. Even if you're good at zero trust security, you can develop that. So whatever need skill you have, that is very important. You need to keep a plan for developing that technical skill for your own self, which is definitely be a key factor for your role in the next role for your career in the cybersecurity. Next is about tool information. So while I'm emphasizing the importance of technical development, technical skill development, I also wanted to emphasize the part of the requirement on the tools, because if you see any technology we learn, anything we learn, it's executed through the tools. So we need to familiarize ourselves with one of the industry tools which we are at. I mean, for example, if you are doing something on the cryptography, try to explore more on the cryptography tools. If you are one is who is interested in the security and information even management, so try to explore on the science tools. If you are a person who are interested in pen test, so of course you have to be familiarizing yourself with one or two leading industry tools so that you can try to keep yourself updated, and also then ensure that the role you're playing will help you to navigate that particular technical aspect through that tool. So that is relevantly required for this domain. Coding and scripting, I won't say that it is a very mandatory, but it is going to be a key for you to perform any technical task in the security in going forward roles. For example, if you're exploring yourself or if you're moving yourself into the architect level of anything. Specifically if you are working on a product company, security product company, so of course the coding and scripting will be required. So we have languages like Python, PowerShell, JavaScript, which is enabling this automations of security tasks. So you can try to, I hope for people who are especially out of the college will be having some coding experiences and scripting experiences. And I'm really appreciating the governing body of this in universities who are really giving importance on coding and scripting right now. And this is also embraced through various initiatives by all the colleges nowadays. Especially, I would like to talk about the hackathon. I think that is where you're really seeing how the coding and scripting is working. So these are the initiatives which will help you to understand the level of knowledge you have on the coding and scripting. And as I told earlier, the Google Cybersecurity Certificate, right, the JAM, is also giving enough knowledge and the basic knowledge how the coding works, and especially they are talking about the Pythons in their program. So definitely that is again you will be hands-on doing the coding and seeing how you understood the topics. So that is one thing I would like to talk about. Uh, Okay, there are certain questions, so I'm just taking a hold and answering, not answering, but then giving a response. So I have read your questions here. I'll ensure this answered before the end of the session or at the end of the session. And this is specifically to Deepak Kripa and Asna. I'll get all this answered. So talking about the experience level, of course, we have an experience level, and right now I will be little because it's going to be end of the program, so I will little be quick. For experience, of course, the learning will be uh, not that fast, but then it will be little slow because the reason is that we are supporting at the same time. We have to ensure that we have a continuous learning part as well. So in this way, the networking comes in place. We need to build a relationship with this other security professionals and to share and explore more career opportunities and also skill development opportunities, which is very important. So these are the intermediate roles which is available for cybersecurity. These are very few. There are various other roles, but then I have highlighted things which is happening very frequently in the organizations on these roles. I think I've given some information about the niche specializations and advanced certification. Let me talk about the thought leadership. How do we contribute to the industry publication? So, once you gain a considerable amount of experience and technical knowledge around the cyber domain, please start doing the thought leadership like industry publications, speaking at the conference, what we do today. And you participate in research projects, positioning the professionals as thought leaders, and you have to be a part of the organization as well. Ensure you're clear, being keeping yourself updated in all the information that are in and around the cybersecurity area and the world, especially about the upcoming emerging threats and how the new technology is supporting the security. Many things are there. Try to be a part of in all these kind of dialogues, and so that you keep yourself updated at the same time. You will try to upskill yourself in that way, which is helpful for yourself and your organization, and through all these discussions and webinars, you're also going to share this to your peers. So that's how you can, try to make that as a wisdom. So these are the leadership management and opportunities we have for the cybersecurity. Of course, we start with the team leaders, and then we started into the business, like where we support the business acumen. We go in deep in aligning, speaking with the leaders and supporting us accordingly. And then obviously we will take a path towards the executive level, like as a CISO or a security leader or a CTO, whatever the level. So, of course, there are certain things required for stepping into the leadership on the soft skill part, because till now we are making ourselves very strong with the basement of technical skills. However, beyond certain level, you have to turn that technical into a leadership level, or you need to create that as a business, and you have to interpret that in a very different way. For that, which you need is leadership qualities. You need to have to know the soft skill part of it. How do you make strategize? How do you innovate? Certain other things. So you need to make sure that you gain some understanding. That understanding can be through a program, master program, and also specifically taking a master program for cybersecurity roles also will help. So these are the roles on the advanced level. So how do you mentor yourself and give back? So we have to keep learning. At the same time, we have to keep sharing our learning with others. That's how your learning will become somebody else career inspirations, and it is helping each other, like right what we do today. And also you have to involve yourself in community, engage in lot of community activities. Please take part in all your communities happening in and around yourself, be it a virtual event, be it a physical event. Try to volunteer yourself and attend there. Speak with people, create a network. You will get to know many informations happening around you, and which will make a way for you to learn more on the technical side as well. And the legacy building is very important as you move into the thought leadership and as you move into the leadership part of the cybersecurity. So there is an upcoming conference. Like while I was talking about community, there is an upcoming conference happening in Bangalore. If people are there around Bangalore, please do take part of it. We have various trainings planned. There are various agenda. You can check and see in the conference details. So where you can take part of. And this is being done from besides Bangalore and W3CS. Both are a great community for the cybersecurity movement. And one thing I would like to talk specifically about is that we have a Wonder Woman, a CTF capture the flag event planned for this, and it's a virtual event. You can take part of this virtual event if you are interested. So this is one I would like to say. And there are certain questions asked around how you can contact me. So I've given my LinkedIn. If anybody is interested to connect with me and ask me more questions around this relatedly for anything around cybersecurity, please do get in touch with me. And I've given certain links for the references as well. You can go through it. I will try to add more links if at all possible to answer your questions. I will be sharing the slides with the moderators after this session, so you can check with them. While I'm taking another 2 minutes of time to answer the major questions, if yeah, so share yes, slides will be shared at the end of the session to the moderators. You can get in touch with them and get it. So there is a question where all your certification exam fees are employee sponsored, and how did you get the exam? So, Deepak Kripa, to answer your question, yes, that would be the wise decision for you always to take part. Try to get the sponsorship from your organization, do the certification. However, ensure that any employees will see what is the return on investment for your, the certification you are doing. How do you turn your skills into value? So that is important. You have to ensure that you're making your skills as a value for the organizations who can always support you in the reimbursement or sponsorships. Apart from that, that the organization is never going to stop you doing the certification externally. If you are really interested and passionate about your career, definitely go for that external certifications, which is spent from the pockets as well. Just a point to be noted is if you are affordable. I would definitely help you, Hiba. If you can contact me, I will definitely help you. There are various levels. As I told, the security analyst role or the information security analysts are the entry level jobs in the cybersecurity domain, which you can go for it. Is CISSP necessary for entering mid-level? No, definitely not, I would say, because it's just based on the role you're supporting. For manager level role, there is not always a CISSP requirement. However, the CISSP is a requirement if you are entering into the architect level role, or you are a responsible person in designing a security for your solutions for your organization or your client, taking part in it. Yes, definitely yes. But then after, as I stated, after gaining a considerable knowledge and experience around that part. go for it. BSc is a very, very tough exam. You need to really understand the concepts if you're going to give for it. Uh, Okay, with that, I'm thankful to the team of security here. So really a great initiative. Keep doing and keep attending these kind of calls, and definitely I'm looking forward for other collaborations with the Day of Security India team. So and thank you so much for Neelam, who is the moderator, and also the other people who have joined this session. And I would like to just initiate one poll if you can just go through that poll and answer me what you have, taken from this. Okay, I couldn't for some reason, but then leave a message if there is anything that if anything you have taken away from this session, please leave a message here. What is that key takeaway you have taken from the session? Apart from that, I am just available on LinkedIn for you to connect with. Always, please do connect with me for anything on the cybersecurity. I'm happy to help. And with that, thank you so much for all joining this session today. I hope you have enjoyed the session.